Everyone loves movies.
Everyone loves the internet too. If you search the internet for a while, then you will see the term political correctness. If you combine the two, then you will get that political correctness is influencing Western entertainment culture. So, how is it affecting Western entertainment culture? And is it something good or is it something bad? I mean, Donald Trump hates it, and we see a bunch of people roasting political correctness in Twitter or Reddit. To find out, we will have to take a step back into history. But before that, we will have to define some terms for the sake of clarity.
First, what is political correctness?
It means avoiding language, stories, or images that may offend certain social groups. The term woke originally meant being aware of social or racial injustices. However, some people nowadays use it to express sarcasm towards policies that are too progressive, while others still use it as its original meaning. In entertainment, DEI means increasing the representation of the underrepresented, both on screen and behind the screen.
Now, let's dive in to the mystery of history.
The term politically correct existed as far back as the 19th century, but through civil rights and left-wing movements in 1960, its modern usage was established. In 1990s, it has become a term used to avoid languages that may offend or discriminate against some race, people with disabilities, or gender. American media in 1940s and 50s was really wild.
And when I mean wild, I mean really, really wild. See it for yourself.
She shows a fight, but her gal so white is dynamite.
However, after the civil rights movement, the women's rights movement, and the LGBTQ rights movement, people began to realize that entertainment can have an effect on social discrimination.
So how is political correctness impacting the Western media culture?
Before jumping into specific movies, PC did not only change what we see on the screen, they also changed company rules and marketing techniques. For example, the Academy Awards introduced new representation and inclusion standards for the Best Picture eligibility. So now, diversity is not just something people argue about on Twitter, it has become a part of the official rules of the industry. Also, companies started to promote movies and shows for not only being fun or exciting, but also as inclusive, meaningful, and representative. You all know the story Little Mermaid, right? Disney cast Halle Bailey, a black actress, as Ariel, the live 2023 action remake. The internet reacted exactly how it always reacts, calmly, respectfully, and with zero controversy. Yeah, just kidding. Aside from the controversy, The Little Mermaid can be seen as an example of DEI, where Disney broke from its original red-haired, white appearance of Ariel. The storytelling also changed. The movie emphasized the independence of Ariel from Prince Eric. For example, in the original story, Prince Eric is the one who defeats the witch Ursula. However, Ariel defeats the witch in the movie. These changes were quite controversial. On the side, fans thought that the changes was a fresh and meaningful change that actually expanded the scope of independence and beauty. However, the other side was not buying it. Some saw the movie as ruining the original film or just not entertaining at all. Others believed that Disney was trying to make money out of this PC trend. Because of these controversies, the reaction to the movie was really divided. On Rotten Tomatoes, The Little Mermaid got 67% critics score. So, clearly, the reactions were quite mixed. The box office, however, was more complicated. The movie made about $569 million worldwide, but its break-even point was around $700 million. So from a financial perspective, the movie didn't do so well. Let's move on to another example, the Black Panther. Now, this example is quite different from The Little Mermaid. Black Panther was already a black character in the original Marvel Comics series, so this was not a case where Hollywood changed the race of an existing white character. Instead, Black Panther shows another influence of political correctness. The film industry became more willing to invest in stories centered on underrepresented cultures. Black Panther had a mostly black cast, and it was directed by Ryan Coogler, a black director. Before Black Panther, black representation existed in Hollywood, but it was not usually at the center of major blockbuster films. According to the USC Annenberg study of top 100 films of 2017, 70.7 characters were white, but only 12.1% were black. Also, among the top 100 films of 2017, there were only 6 black directors, so Black Panther was important because it made black actors, a black director, and African-inspired culture center in a huge mainstream Marvel blockbuster. Also, the backstory of the main antagonist, Killmonger, shows the aspect of woke in films. At first, he seems like a stereotypical Marvel villain who just wants power, but actually his anger comes from racial oppression and historical injustice. He grew up in America while Wakanda stayed hidden with all its power and technology. So, Killmonger's question is basically this: if Wakanda was so powerful, why did it not do anything while black people around the world were suffering? This makes the conflict deeper than just hero versus villain. This narrative reminded the audience of social problems in a very healthy way. The rating of Black Panther was a success as well. The movie got a 97% critics score on Rotten Tomatoes and 88 out of 100 on Metacritic. It also earned $1.35 billion worldwide, when its break-even point was $500 million.
So, let's go back to the question at the start of the video.
Is political correctness in entertainment bad? Well, I think it depends on the context. If it blends naturally with the story, the trend, and the audience's expectations, it can act beneficially, and it can make the entertainment more inclusive, meaningful, and socially aware. But if it gets in the way of the main goal of the entertainment, which is first of all being entertaining, then it can harm the culture. If audiences feel like diversity is being used only for support, money, or branding, they will notice. So, the entertainment industry should use this tool carefully to enrich the quality of the entertainment by finding the right timing and the right context, just like any other creative techniques in the entertainment. It should not be blindly overused just to gain support or make money. We can expand this into other instances of one culture affecting another. Cultural influence is not automatically good or bad. It depends on how people accept it, consume it, and react to it. If the influence is introduced naturally, people may see it as fresh and meaningful. But if it feels too aggressive or invasive, people may feel like their original culture is being replaced and feel awkwardness. In that case, good culture can create controversy. So, maybe the real question is not whether political correctness ruins the Western entertainment or not. The better question is, how can entertainment use social awareness without forgetting to tell a good story?
If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe button for more.
Thank you.